Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Okay, so can you talk about mental health challenges for international students studying in the UK, mostly Nigerians? Yeah, because people don't want to talk about these stuff, and they are going through a lot and dying in silence. But can you help shed more light?
Firstly, thank you for that question. In case you guys don't know who is behind the camera, it's Mabel. um, when I was coming to the UK, I did not expect to experience some of the mental health challenges I had experienced so far. Of course, I knew that I would experience culture clash, right? I knew that some of the values, some of my traditions from back home will not necessarily align with the values and traditions over here. I knew I was going to experience that, but I did not understand to what degree that would take a toll on my mental health. Now, Nigeria is largely communal, right? We appreciate the sense of family, right? Everybody knows their next door neighbor. In the UK, however, it's largely individualistic, right? You could stay in a particular block for many years and you wouldn't even know who stays in the next house. Now, we've heard many reports of neighbors passing away, and not until a few weeks later, when the corpse has begun to rot, do the neighbors now become alerted or aware that their neighbor has passed away. That's common here, but it's very rare for that kind of thing to happen in Nigeria. So when I first got here, roughly a day after, as a matter of fact, I started applying for jobs. I was like, I was ready, to get that job that people say is in abundance, in the UK. But would you believe that it's been roughly 2 months now and I'm still looking for a job? I'm still looking for a job. Now, how this takes a toll on for foreign students who had jobs back in Nigeria is that back in Nigeria, you were used to working, right? We all had 9 to 5 jobs in Nigeria. If you didn't have a 9 to 5 job, you had a business, right? You had a business, so you were earning income. But now you are in a new society. Your bank accounts are regulated by or rather through your insurance number, and there's a stipulated number of hours that you're entitled to work. So you cannot earn beyond a particular amount, right? And by beyond a particular amount, what I mean by that is you cannot work beyond 20 hours as an international student, right? These things are seriously regulated by the UK government. And because of that, if you decide, okay, I want to flout these rules, right, and work beyond 20 hours, it's going to affect you should you want to, say, apply for work leave or postgrad, stay after your education. I hope I'm using the correct terms.
Yeah.
Okay, so as regards to the mental health, taking all of these challenges that I have just mentioned into consideration, no work, yes, no work specifically. After a while, I started to feel anxious, and I really couldn't put to words why I felt that way. For about 3 days, I would be in the bus and I would be fatigued. I would be super tired. Even though I had spent roughly 8 hours the previous night sleeping, I would still be so fatigued. I experienced loss of appetite and I couldn't really put to words why. Not until, I would say, yesterday, I was speaking with a friend of mine and I was explaining to him what I was experiencing, and then he said something. He said, Michael, let me put to words what you're experiencing. He said, back in Nigeria, you had a job. Here, you don't have a job. You are in school, you are spending money, but nothing is coming in. And as a result, it's putting you in a very troubled situation. You are panicking, you are worried.
Because there are bills to pay.
Exactly, there are bills to pay. You have rent. You have your rent. You have
Utility.
utility bills. Something as
And you
little.
get to pay for gas, you get to pay for Wi-Fi, The water that is running is paid for.
Exactly. And even your phone, your mobile phone data subscription, it comes in handy here, and you desperately need it because half the time you're using your Google Map to go wherever it is you need to go. And I think mobile subscription here is how much? Is it like £12, £15?
Yeah, 12, 15, 10.
That's a lot. That is really a lot. So obviously these things take a toll on your mental health. They really do take a toll. But I would say that one thing that gets me going is books. Now, I feel like you just have to find what works for you. Some people it's prayers. right? You wake up every morning, you pray to God. You know, that keeps you optimistic for the rest of the day. For people like me, it's reading novels, to be honest. Like when I wake up every morning after my morning exercise, if I'm able to read a chapter of a novel, right? And in that novel, they're talking about a character's struggle, right? You know, to be honest with you, as funny as this sounds, I have a better sense of self and I feel more mentally strong to face the challenges ahead. So if you're coming here, think about what works for you, what helps keep you strong. Is it dancing every morning before you step out? You know, does it keep you motivated? Every morning before you step out, when you get here, dance. Is it praying? Pray.
Okay, so in conclusion, in few sentences, what would you advise, students studying in the UK, how we can deal with our mental health, so we don't break out or something?
Yeah.
What do you
I would say,
advise?
as an international student, when you get here, find a close knit um, circle of friends, right? People that you can readily share your struggles with. Now the truth is, and select your friends, right? Make sure that the people you select are not self-centered, because it's very difficult to find people who are willing to listen to your worries and who are willing to identify with your struggles. You know, these days everybody's so busy chasing their own money that they don't really have time to listen to other people. So when you get here, select people who you know you can trust, people who are ready to listen. Be very selective. That's one. Have a close knit of friends. Number two, if you are very religious, you should join a religious body.
I wanted to say that.
Yes, I know. Don't mind me. Maybe so yes, you get what I mean. If you
Yeah.
are just like me, if you are the artistic type, find say a literary body or maybe a musical group or just something entertaining too.
But in the area where I stay, the area where I live, there's this sport like a basketball or something. So there are free parks where you could go play, have fun, do exercise for free.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
So
very true. That's very true. That's very, very true. And after a while, to be honest with you, as an international student, the environment stops freaking you. You know, Nigeria, we are coming from nearly everywhere is one kind, one kind. But when you start facing these challenges, you notice that you not even want to be snapping picture anymore. That's the reality. You'll be like, let me get job first. You know, let me settle. So anyway, I don't want to talk too much before I burn Mabel's